everyone, it's Cal here to talk to you about the Kundalini and alignment. I was asked a question about criminals. Can criminals or can people who are terrible do the Kundalini? And the answer is yes, they can. Anybody can who aligns their mind. And the Kundalini will bring you to your knees right in the very beginning. And it's that bringing to the knees that drops you down into the absolute truth of things. And that is a paradigm change right then. And that happens at the very beginning, before you start diving down into the Kundalini. That's after prayer. For me, I was 17. I was alcohol dependent for most of my life up until I think about 5 years ago. And I went to maximum security penitentiary when I was 17. And that was interesting. So I was also raised in a family that was atheist, and we were regularly beaten with a board every day. So, and not to mention all sorts of other types of abuses that I'm not going to get into here. And the one thing I really want to say about this is that I believe in karma. I believe that I was meant to go through that, and that was part of my training and my conditioning, my whole early childhood upbringing until I left home at 17 to go live with Eskimos up in the Northwest Territories. And from then on, I hitchhiked across Canada and went to about 40 plus countries looking for myself, thinking that it was something outward, that it was this outward thing rather than being this inward thing. And really the Kundalini wakes you up to the beauty and joys of the inward world. So I think criminals or people that do bad things, they are just misaligned. They are misaligned with their interpretation of media and their own upbringing. And it is a massively confusing world out there. If you're looking outward for direction, you're going to be confused because everybody is screaming at you for their attention. Everybody is screaming at you to buy their thing. Everybody is screaming at you and telling them what is best for you. But truly, only you know what is best for you. It is easy to be misaligned. When you feed your desires, and I mean desires that don't hurt others, when you feed your desires, you come to a threshold where you have no more desires. And that threshold is not happy. That threshold is sad, because when you have no more desires, you don't know what to do. Do you go join the Red Cross? Do you give your service to some charity in the world? Probably. Because when you have no desires, when you've exhausted your desires, that's where the truth starts coming out. And the truth is, what will make me happy? And ultimately, what makes us happy is service to others. And so getting back to my original question, who can do the Kundalini? Anybody in the world can do the Kundalini. You do not have to be religious. You do not have to be practicing meditation for hundreds of years. You do, or many years, certainly not hundreds. You do not have to be doing yoga. In fact, I didn't even know what yoga was when I did the Kundalini. It was something that, gurus did on top of a mountain. I certainly had no knowledge of any of that. So what you really do need for the Kundalini is a desire to know, a desire to know absolute truth. And you pray first. As I've mentioned, you pray first, and you go to it with the purest of heart. You go to it knowing you have to know. You have to know the truth. You have to know. And there is no other options. So, having said that, I'm sure there are people in the past who have meditated for long periods of time, purified their organs through a variety of ways. I have read some things about eating long cords of cloth and then pulling it back up to cleanse your stomach. For me, I prefer doing just a juicing cleanse or a water cleanse, or fasting is actually the best thing to do. Fasting helps you amazing. When I was doing the Kundalini, I was fasting without knowing it, because when I got into meditation, I was not hungry. I was being fed all this delicious juice from above and below, and I was just resonating in this glory of goodness. I had absolutely no need for food. And I think what I was doing is I was even having a one beer and taco per day. I was living out in Mexico in a place down there while I was doing this, and I was sun gazing as well. And sun gazing is something you can look up, where you stare at the sun when it hits its peak times during the day. And there's a sun calendar that you can look at. I was doing that, and I was doing fasting. And the fasting was fantastic. The fasting is really the way to go. Your organs end up cleaning themselves, and that's fabulous. And you know, when your organs become so beautiful and resonant, they give off a, let me just show you, they give off a beautiful cycle. Like each organ has a sort of sphere of being as well, and that sphere of being is like a petal on a flower. And so you have all your 12 organs, each organ a sphere, and when they are humming really high, this is the flower that opens. This is the opening of the lotus or the water lily to reveal the golden heart inside. And that's what is happening to all of you. Every time you move towards the center, every time you move toward more authenticity of self, more alignment to who you really are. And we really have to start small with these things and continue on that path forever, really, in order to really have a full-on blossoming that carries onward past the Kundalini. You can do the you can power pack the Kundalini like I did, and that is like forcing the resonance to pop open and blow open. But I will tell you, maintaining that is tricky going on. But of course it can be done. All things can be done. It's just what works best for you. Okay, so anybody can do the Kundalini, anybody, anywhere, at any time. And don't let anybody mislead you or put you down or tell you you can't. That is just absolute false. And this is why I actually didn't tell anybody about what I was doing. I just said, oh, I think I'd like to go to live down in Mexico for a while. And when I was meditating at home, I was up to 14 hours. I was not telling people. I was just saying, gee, I'm really busy. I'm not, writing a book, and I'm doing this and doing that. I kept it a secret, and I'll tell you, when you keep your secret Kundalini practice, your meditation practice, at the time I didn't know about the Kundalini, when you keep your meditation a secret, it's like a snowball rolling downhill. It grows and grows and grows. So I recommend you keeping your meditation practices, your health practices, and all these things to yourself. You can share with people other good reasons why you're doing these things, but staying private to protect yourself and your connection while you grow this connection, while you grow your force, and while you grow your inspiration. That is critical to achieving the Kundalini, and of course, achieving goodness in your life just after. And a lot of times goodness in your life can mean leaving everything you know. And this is what I had to do. I had to leave my beautiful home, my beautiful vehicle, all my material things that I was so attached to, and come out here in the middle of nowhere and live on a scruffy farm and be one with the earth and animals. And that is being true to myself. And I'll tell you, you may get to a point, it's really difficult to make that choice. And it's difficult to live with your choice too afterwards, but you just have to keep reminding yourself why you're doing it. You're doing it for alignment. You're doing it for ultimate bliss, joy, happiness, more resonant connections. You're doing it and you're always on the path. You never get there. I'm here right now, but I don't know where I'll be, next year or the year after. I could very well be here, but living in terms of now is really critical. None of this sort of getting to that place, because that place does not exist. This is what exists right now. And working on your practice every day, doing this now thing is critical, because the more you align to your center, the more you will know when to go to the next stage. The more you will know when to take that leap of faith. The more you will know when to step out and do the next thing, and what to do. And what to do. And that is totally critical, because in today's world, no one knows what to do. Oh, I'm doing this, or I'm getting this degree, or I'm going here. I don't know really what I'm doing. I think it's good for this, or it's good for that. Whatever your reasons are, the more you align to your center, the more you know. And that knowing is a feeling. It's not a thinking thing. It is a knowing, and you will take your steps with greater confidence, and you will take it more lightheartedly. Not this, I have to get there and I have to do this. It'll be more like a skip or a stroll. Okay, I'm going there to do this. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but I did it, and then I will go take it from there. And the more you do that, the more you get into it, where that kind of creaky move becomes more of a stroll and a skip as you go through life. And that's really what you want. You want to have a good life experience. There's no sense in working the desk job till you're almost in the grave and you retire and you've got this money and you're, where's the life in that? Where's the life in that? Although I'm sure there are people out there that have jobs that they enjoy and have planned every phase of their life well. There are a percentage of people that do that. I wouldn't say high percentage, but there are a percentage. Trusting the self is the biggest gift you can give yourself. It's the whole reason why you're here, to know without knowing. And to fall into the spiral of life. And life becomes so good when you're in that moment of living, but that not knowing the future and understanding the past, and you're here in this moment. So Really, alignment to the center is key. Yes, I'm going on here. So I'll just say thank you for watching this video. Alignment is key. Everybody can do it. Everybody, everybody, everybody. Your mind and body was designed for this. This is the whole purpose of life. And thank you again for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.